The Sandhya is meant for meditating. Sandhya is meant for praying. Sandhya is meant for bringing the equilibrium to our system. Because of the thermal shock that is being created from the day and night is different. In the Sandhya, we calibrate ourselves in order to, sustain the thermal shocks that is happening between the day and night. Is why in Sandhya there has to be certain rituals, Sandhya Puja, Sandhya Vandanam. Certain rituals are there so that the mind is relaxed. Not only that, the whole days after the work, before going into the night, after you stabilize your hormonal balances in the body, by doing the rituals in the Sandhya Samay, you are ready for thermal shocks. So there are no shocks affected to us. So the degeneration process reduces or it will not happen. And not only that, along with that, your mental equilibrium will become absolutely stable. You are not transferring your day's unwanted tensions to the night. You are closing that by the rituals. So you are stabilized and be calm. And you are able to do your household conversations and decisions in the rest of the time, or entertainment or eating or sleeping in a peaceful manner is when the sun comes. For everything there is a purpose. For everything there is a purpose of the Parabrahma Sakshatkaram in us. In every action there should be a Parabrahma Sakshatkaram. Parabrahma Sakshatkaram is not a special subject to be separately qualified, special, like ENT specialist, Parabrahma Sakshatkari specialist. No, there is nothing like that. The one is a Parabrahma Sakshatkari, in every action is a Parabrahma Sakshatkari, starting from drinking a glass of water to the talk and the behavior. Everything in him is Parabrahma Sakshatkara, whereas the specialization, so don't think that it's a subject which is meant for the class and it is meant for, or even for us, which has to be separately identified during such and such time, the Parabrahma Sakshatkara, during other times, what is that? Asura Sakshatkara. That is, that cannot be classified. It should be the way of living. Through that only the Parabrahma Sakshatkara, because during Parabrahma Sakshatkara there cannot be any other activity. Everything is meant for Parabrahma Sakshatkara. Your execution of karmas, your thought, process of thinking starts from there. It's meant for that. So these all can be taken place only in the process of satsangam and pravachanam. Is that what the Upanishad and Maharshi says? Pravachanam is again a sandhi. Yes. Jnanam in the pravachanam given is the sandhanam. So sandhanam is inherent. Without a sandhanam, sandhi cannot function. Sandhi is inclusive of the sandhanam. When I say give me that bottle or give me that water, the water along with the container has to come. Suppose there is water, I don't say give me that flask. Okay, you can say that, nothing wrong. But what do I say? What is my necessity? My necessity is water. So I identify the flask as water. Give me the water. So the flask is given to you. What is that? Sandhi and Sandhanam goes together. It's a principle of Sandhi. Sandhanam is the principle of Sandhi. Okay. Sandhanam is principle of Sandhi. That principle is not seen, but Sandhi is existing because of the Sandhanam. If Sandhanam is not there, Sandhi is not there. Sandhi is not a physical junction as we are thinking. The problem comes, when you think of physical junction. Joining one piece of steel rod with the another steel rod. There only the problem comes. Here it is not like that. It's not a sandhi like that. It's a sandhi which is through the process of existence. It's not created by you. Even though you can call it as also sandhi, a joint, and a power that is created to weld, the welding of the material, filling the material between the two iron, the steel, it should be the same quality of steel that has to be filled in with a higher temperature so that it joins together. So, Here also the sandhi is that the joint and the material, the liquid material or the solid material which is melted at a particular temperature and filled in the gap is called a sandhi. But in that sandhanam is what? The power that used for melting the material is called the sandhanam. Is it not? Without that power, sandhi is nothing. Got it? Similarly, sandhi and sandhanam. Prithvi, Purva Rupam. Purva Rupam has to be identified first. Purvam is that which is existing. Purvam. That means Purvaha. Even before I came, the Purva was there. So Purva. Uttara is that afterwards. Prior and posterior. That's why prior and posterior. Prior is there. It is there. How it has come? It's a superimposition again. Superimposition of prior, superimposition of posterior, superimposition of junction, superimposition of principle of junction. These are the four ingredients where the Maharshi is asking us to meditate on. What is the purpose of meditation? Is not concentration. Meditation is not thinking. Meditation is not analyzing. Meditation is not contemplating. Meditation is that to experience it, to be one with that, and now